Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Steph. I'm a UK mid-size content creator. I'm a size 16, I'm 5'5", I'm 38, and I've got a little bit of a shopping problem. So in today's video, I thought I'd share with you some of the summer sale purchases that I've made over the past couple of weeks. Now, majority of these are more for kind of autumn, winter, but I just thought they were too good to pass up, so I thought I would share them with you. But yeah, very much looking forward to autumn. It's currently hotter than the sun in the UK, and as much as I love summer, autumn is really my season. That's the season that I absolutely love, and some of these pieces are perfect for autumn. So let me share with you what I've got. Starting off with a little bit of colour. Now this is from Boden, but I actually picked it up on Next. Next actually haven't started their summer sale officially. However, they always have a clearance section on their website, and I was just browsing as you do, and found some really great bits actually. So yeah, first up was this hot pink little cashmere vest. Now, yes, you did hear that right. It is cashmere. It's currently going to be about 32 degrees today, so I'm not looking forward to trying this on for you. However, I will do it for the video. So I love a sweater vest anyway. This is obviously cashmere. I love the color of this. I just think this looks so nice with khaki. It also looks really good with navy. It obviously looks good with denim. And I just know I'm going to get so much wear out of this because these types of vests I kind of live in. I've got a couple in different colors. So I've got like a burgundy. I've also got like a biscuity kind of color, and I've worn them to death. So I know that I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this. This was, I want to say, half price. This was £75, so still a lot of money. However, it is cashmere, it is Boden, and I just feel like it's probably going to last quite a while. So yeah, very happy with this little purchase. Just obviously need the weather to cool down by about 30 odd degrees so that I can get to wear it. But yeah, very much looking forward to styling this up. And we've got another piece of cashmere and another Boden jumper. I loved the pattern of this. Again, this is just from the Next clearance section. They have so many brands on there that you can just shop to your heart's content. There's honestly so much to choose from, and I did pick up quite a lot. But this one really stuck out to me, mainly because of the pattern. I do feel it's a little bit quintessential Boden, which I really like. I love the different zigzags. I love the different colours. These are kind of all my kind of colours anyway. So yeah, very much looking forward to styling this. Again, this was 150, half price to 75. I actually think the Boden sale itself was slightly better, because I did pick up something from Boden, but I think the stock is different. So I think Next probably have slightly older stock compared to obviously Boden having maybe more newer stock, or at least that was my interpretation, because I think some of these on the Boden website were a little bit cheaper, but they didn't have the particular colours or styles that I wanted. I got this in a size L, and I probably should mention that I also got the pink vest in a size L as well. I'm pretty much a size 16, sometimes up to an 18, and that fitted perfectly. So whatever an L is in Boden works for me. But I love these types of jumpers. Obviously they are cashmere, so you know, you've got to protect them a little bit more. But I also just think that they're so nice and soft to wear when it gets a little bit cooler. So yeah, very much excited to style this, and I just think the colours are stunning. So yeah, I can't wait to wear this in autumn. Okay, next up we have this jacket from Mango. This is a trench coat. It says black. I think this is navy though. I've tested this against black. Definitely looks navy to me. So this was £50. I can't remember how much it was originally. I think this might have been half price. This is water resistant. I also got this in a size large. Again, I'm not quite sure what a large is on Mango, but it seems to fit me quite well. I think trench coats tend to come up a little bit more oversized anyway, but I don't have a navy trench coat in my collection, hence the reason for wanting to order. And because I'd already added that pink vest to my basket, I kind of just thought, you know what? Pink and navy, they go so well together. So yeah, this was also from Next. They have a huge Mango section actually, and I also picked up something else from Mango, which I'm so excited for. So I'll share that with you as well. But yeah, this is a fab little trench coat. It's got the detachable little waist thing. Mine's gone completely blank. There we go, belt. That's what I'm trying to think of. We've got the little belt on there as well. Slightly oversized, but not too oversized, which is just kind of how I like to wear my trench coats. So yeah, very much looking forward to styling this, because a trench coat is just one of those things that is just like my wardrobe staple from pretty much all of autumn into spring. Obviously, when the weather gets super cold, you can't quite wear a trench coat, but you can definitely layer up with scarves, etc. So yeah, I love a trench coat, and I didn't have a navy one and that needed to be rectified. So that's why I picked this one up. Okay, I just feel like this was love at first sight when I saw this on the Next website. This is also from Mango. This is like a padded, but with a belt. And I just loved the pattern of this. I just thought this was so fun. I also got this in a size L and I can't quite do it up. So I feel like this is more one that I'm probably going to have to style like slightly more undone, which I'm not mad about. I still really like this. I just thought this was so different. And I just feel like you should be buying clothes that spark some joy. And this definitely sparked joy with me. It's all of my kind of colours. We've got khaki in there. We've got a little bit of taupe in there as well. I just know I'm going to get so much wear out of this because I love a gilet. I really do. Mango is probably one of those shops that I've not really shopped in as much. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, because maybe you don't know this, but I've lost some weight between last year and this year. And I used to be more of like a bigger size 18 and I would never go into Mango because I just didn't think anything there would fit me. I mean, I think at one point I looked and it was like an XL was like their equivalent of like a UK size 14. So I was like, oh no, this is definitely not for me. I know a lot of people do say that the Mango online section does have plus size, but I never really looked at it, if I'm honest, just because the shop experience just wasn't that inclusive for me. So now that I've lost a little bit of weight, Mango is one of those shops that I'm starting to look in a little bit more. I'm definitely not a size 14 yet. I would say I'm very much still a size 16. However, my top half is a lot smaller, which is why I think something like this kind of works. So yeah, really enjoying kind of like getting to shop in other places. And this was £26. I can't remember how much it was originally, so I'll have to try and find out and I'll add it to the screen. But I think this was more than half price. And I just thought for £26, this is such a bargain. So yeah, absolutely cannot wait for autumn for the temperatures to really cool down so that I get to wear this because yeah, very excited to get to style this year. And we have another gilet because I've already mentioned I absolutely love gilets. They are kind of like my go-to outerwear piece when it gets to autumn winter. This is another one from Boden, but I actually picked this up from the Boden site. This was 49 instead of 98 and I think I got this in the size, oh no, this is a number. I got this in a size 16. I was going to say, I think I got it in a large. No, it's a size 16. I love the style. I love the little pockets at the front. It is slightly more oversized for me, but I do feel like something like this, I'm probably going to be wearing quite chunky jumpers underneath. So actually being a bit more oversized isn't an issue. I didn't have a denim gilet in my kind of wardrobe and I just feel like it's one of those items that has just been missing. So when I saw this on the Boden site, I was like, yeah, you know what? That's coming home with me. I did order some more bits from Boden, but unfortunately none of them really worked. So they're already on the way back. Not going to bother showing you because they're not going to stay. I only like to show things that are actually staying in my wardrobe. I'm not going to show you stuff that I'm not keeping in my wardrobe. So yeah, very excited for this. And I just honestly think the quality of Boden is so good. I've got quite a few Boden pieces. They are definitely more expensive on the high street. However, I would say you kind of get what you pay for sometimes with Boden and like the stuff does last. And that whole thing of like buy cheap, buy twice, I feel like sometimes applies to clothes. It doesn't always apply to clothes, but I feel like sometimes it does apply to clothes, especially when you want to be buying stuff that's got like, that's made of nice, like breathable materials. So yeah, I really, really rate Boden and their sales are fab time to shop from them. Now this is a dress you might actually remember from a previous video where I did a John Lewis haul and this dress was in there and I had ordered 8 summer dresses and there was a lot to choose from and I just didn't end up keeping this because I kind of just couldn't justify it. There were so many nice items in that haul that I also wanted to keep that I couldn't keep everything. So this was a very reluctant send back. However, it then went in the sale. It went from 75 to 52 on John Lewis. It's not actually on the sale on Nobody's Child yet. So I don't quite know how John Lewis have already put it in the sale, but they have. And I picked it up because ever since I sent it back, this was a little bit of a regret. I don't know if you all have that where you've brought something and then you've ended up sending some stuff back and you're just like, you have that regret where you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have kept it. This was that dress for me. This was one of those ones where I think I should have kept it. So when I saw that it had gone into the sale, not by a lot, admittedly, you know, it's definitely not half price, but it has dropped a little bit, enough to justify buying it. So I bought it. I actually also bought it in the size down. I actually got this in the size 14 rather than the 16, which is what I originally showed in the video. Just because, again, I think my top half is just, it's a lot smaller than my bottom half. So a dress like this, I can afford to go a little bit smaller just because of the fact that I want it to be more fitted at the top. And then obviously we've got the poplin skirt at the bottom there. So it just kind of like flows over my bottom half. So very, very happy to have added this back into my wardrobe, shall we say. And then finally, I just have two of the same top. I have this top in white and I have the same top in black. This is just like a little lace cami. This is from H&M sale. So this was, I think these were $9.99 each. I think originally they weren't very expensive anyway, but you know, every little helps and all of that. So I just feel like these are such useful tops, and these are really useful tops to wear under blazers or under a cardigan. I think they're great for work. They're not super low for me. The straps aren't adjustable, which is slightly annoying because I feel like sometimes with these, I would appreciate them being a little bit more adjustable, but they were £10 from H&M, like, you know, beggars can't kind of be choosers kind of thing. But I do feel like these are great to wear underneath blazers, cardigans, etc. And they're just a great little layering piece. I also think they look really fab with like jeans and a blazer and heels for like a date night. Got the white, got the black. They're just both classics that seem to just go with a lot. And I just feel like my wardrobe's missing these kind of like slightly elevated basics. I have lots of t-shirts, I have lots of long sleeve tops that I do wear, but when it's a little bit warmer and I just want something a little bit more elevated, I would say, because obviously you've got a little bit of the lace detail. I just felt like my wardrobe was missing. So I got these both in the size L, I think. I'll just check. I did, in fact, get both of these in the size L. They are definitely a bit more generous, I would say, in sizing, but I just think these work really well. And yeah, I didn't want to change for the medium because the medium would absolutely have been too tight. So happy to have stuck with the L, and yeah, £10 each. Can't really go wrong. So that has been my what I've picked up so far in the summer sales video. I might end up doing a part 2 if there are more things that I end up buying. I'm still waiting for a couple of other places to do sales. So I'd really like Mint Velvet to start their sale because I've had my eye on so many nice pieces in Mint Velvet. But as much as I love Mint Velvet, like they're just like at quite a high end of my budget when it comes to buying high street. So yeah, I can't wait for them to start their sale because hopefully some of the things I've had my eye on go in the sale and I can add those to my basket. In which case I will then obviously share them all with you. But yes, consider that kind of part 1. I'm not anticipating a part 2, but we'll never know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye.